Social media has now killed Allah, my Allah, and has replaced itself in His place.
Facebook is an idealistic and optimistic company. For most of our existence, we focused on all of the good that connecting people can do. And as Facebook has grown, people everywhere have gotten a powerful new tool for staying connected to the people they love, for making their voices heard, and for building communities and businesses. We didn't take a broad enough view of our responsibility, and that was a big mistake. And it was my mistake, and I'm sorry. I started Facebook, I run it, and I'm responsible for what happens here.
You know that I have sued Facebook for the platform they have offered to Islamist extremists. Facebook plays with our data, and Facebook plays with our personal information. It gives our data to various selected advertisers. Mark Zuckerberg will not allow his personal information to go around, but he has destroyed our privacy.
After more than a decade of promises to do better, how is today's apology different? And why should we trust Facebook to make the necessary changes to ensure user privacy and give people a clearer picture of your privacy policies?
I used to wake up early morning to pray. Now, the moment I wake up, I go for my mobile phone to check the latest status likes, shares. Social media is my new Allah. I have the big brother. Yes, Google. The other big brother, Instagram. And the others, Twitter. And above all, Facebook, who all together manipulate my thinking, gather data about me, how my blood flows, how my thinking pattern grows, who are my best friends, and they are stronger than Allah. They worship unquestionably the social media, the new God. They slowly but surely guide me into new tastes. They help me choose, or they dictate me to choose my new life partner. They know my life partner better than I know her. So the new Allah, social media, demands, orders, and guides my allegiance. And I have surrendered to my new Allah by replacing the Allah I knew when I was growing up.
Can you solve this puzzle for us? Can robots be self-aware, conscious, and know they're robots?
Well, let me ask you this back. How do you know you are human?
And this Allah is not dependent on the geographical origin of many gods that we traditionally used to know. The Arabic god Allah, the Hindu goddess Durga, the Abrahamic god Jesus' Father in heaven, the Zoroastrian god. They used to differ geographically. They used to reflect the taste of their own creators, the men of that region. But this social media guides you in a way that you don't even consider this Allah to belong to any particular region for its origin. And we all work together to make this Allah stronger. Yes, social media is my new Allah. It watches every move that I make, every likes that I give, every food that I order, and it even dictates everything that I do. Everywhere I go, every whisper I make.
Because we know when you get it, you get a hit of dopamine, which feels good. It's why we like it, it's why we keep going back to it. Dopamine is the exact same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, when we drink, and when we gamble. We have age restrictions on smoking, gambling, and alcohol, and we have no age restrictions on social media and cell phones. If you're sitting at dinner with your friends and you're texting somebody who's not there, that's a problem. That's an addiction. If you're sitting in a meeting with people you're supposed to be listening to and speaking, and you put your phone on the table, face up or face down, I don't care, that sends a subconscious message to the room that you're just not that important to me right now, right? That's what happens. And the fact that you cannot put it away is because you are addicted, right? If you wake up and you check your phone before you say good morning to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or spouse, you have an addiction. And like all addiction, in time, it'll destroy relationships, it'll cost time, and it'll cost money, and it'll make your life worse.
Anyone who uses social media might admit it can be hard to tear yourself away. Now the former head of Facebook says that's exactly what the founders intended. And like the site he helped create, this morning, he has our attention.
He's the billionaire brainiac who helped launch Facebook, otherwise known as the guy Justin Timberlake played in The Social Network.
Drop the, just Facebook.
But now, former Facebook president Sean Parker is sounding the alarm about the potentially addictive nature of social media.
Like, what is that doing to people's brain?
Speaking at an Axios event Wednesday, Parker, who worked with Mark Zuckerberg to develop Facebook, with a bombshell claim, saying the site was intentionally built to hook you.
That thought process was all about how do we consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible. It's a social validation feedback loop because you're exploiting a vulnerability in human psychology.
The 38-year-old mogul admits he, along with other pioneers of social media, knew what they were doing.
We understood this consciously, and we did it anyway.
Facebook estimates its more than 2 billion users spend about 50 minutes per day on its apps, including Instagram and Messenger.
It literally changes your relationship with society, with each other.
While the medical community has yet to classify social media as addictive like alcohol or gambling, one recent study found that participants who appeared to use social media most compulsively showed changes in the part of the brain that controls impulse.
It's much more helpful to say, look, we're very vulnerable to this. It acts on us in many ways, in the ways addictive substances will.
As for Parker, he now calls himself a conscientious objector to the site he helped create.
Yes, social media is my new Allah.